In this video, I'm going to help you answer this question. Why are you really buying this car? Here's the problem. Most people, they jump right to the money, right to the budget. They figure if I make X, then I can afford X. If I make $3,000 per month, then maybe I can afford a $500 a month payment. But that is the wrong first question to ask. And in this video, I'm gonna break it down and show you why. By the way, my name is Cedric the Car Guy. I have 25 years experience of selling cars. And throughout my career, I've made mistakes. And one of the mistakes would be to misunderstand my customers until someone taught me to ask them just one simple question. And I'm gonna ask you the same question. Mr. Viewer, there's two types of buyers out there. Buyer number one, they're buying a car that's purely transportational. It's to get them from point A to point B, nothing fancy. This person, they're gonna part with the metal to keep that cash in their pocket. Then you have buyer B. This person is emotional. The car they're looking at speaks to their personality. It's usually some type of like specialty car. In this scenario, this person, they will actually part with the cash so that they can get the metal. I want you to think about where you're at right now. Which person are you? Is it pure transportation, or does this car speak to who you are? It's your personality. And here's the good news. There's nothing wrong with either answer. There's no right or wrong answer to this question. The only bad thing is this. You need to figure this out before you visit a dealership. Because once you get on the lot, the salesperson, they're gonna figure out the answer for you. Here's the next part of the equation. How long are you gonna keep this vehicle for? Are you keeping it for 3 years, 5 years, 8 years plus? You plan to have this car for the long term. Are you gonna lease the vehicle? Are you gonna finance the vehicle? Are you just gonna find a car off the street and just pay cash? Is that your plan? Are you thinking maybe a new or certified used vehicle? What about your daily commute? Are you considering the gas mileage versus electric range? Who knows? Also, the maintenance, keep that in consideration. What is the maintenance gonna look like on this next vehicle you're thinking about purchasing? And here's another one I wanna throw at you too. The car that your spouse is driving, can you switch with them? Maybe is it better for you to get the car you really, really want? And if the spouse works close to home or works from home, you can leave the car in the driveway. That's your baby car anyway. And you can just take their car to work and put all the miles and beat that up on the daily commute. Answer all these questions to really figure out how long are you going to keep this next vehicle for. Now, most importantly, I want you to look at the total cost of ownership. To do this, we're going to calculate everything. You're going to take the monthly payment plus the cost of your fuel. So if you're using gasoline, electric, diesel, your auto insurance, and then you're gonna add in your maintenance. All those together each month, that's your total cost of monthly ownership on the vehicle. If you pay cash for the vehicle, that's a different story. Just know this, you pay cash for the vehicle up front, you got a higher cost, but the longer you keep the vehicle, the lower that cost becomes because that car is already paid for. And same thing if you finance the car, over the years, the longer you make the payments and the longer you keep the vehicle, the more you're lowering that total cost. Even in that scenario, if you decide I'd rather have a little bit more expensive car, that might be justifiable if you plan on keeping the car a very long time. Case in point, people who bought Tacomas. A lot of people that bought Tacomas, I've seen people buy them in 95, in 2000, 2005. But just to give you an idea, in 2000s, they were going for roughly brand new, regular cab, manual transmission for $12,000, okay? That same truck today still goes for about $12,000. Those people paid those vehicles off a long time ago. And out of all this time, they've been getting the value out of being able to drive that truck for most people as a daily driver. I've seen those things with 3, 4, 500,000 miles sitting on them. So that's a great way to lower your cost is paying off a vehicle and driving it for a very long time. So you just gotta ask yourself, what is your plan moving forward? Here's the biggest mistake I want you to avoid, and it's the 7th payment trap. That new car novelty, it wears off after you've made about the 7th payment. So here's what I want you to do instead. I want you to make a firm decision on which car you're gonna buy. Because if you just buy any vehicle and then you feel like a year or 2 into it, I'll just trade it in and I'll get something new. Your car is probably usually gonna be underwater. You're gonna be upside down in the vehicle, meaning you're gonna owe more money on that car than what it's worth, and that negative equity, they're gonna take that and they're gonna put it on top of the next car that you're gonna buy. That's gonna make the payment even higher because you're paying off that old car from the first transaction into your next car. So I want you to avoid that completely, to just sit there, take your time, and really decide, what car do you really want? So to recap, I want you to start with why. Why are you really buying this car? Is it just gonna be purely transportational, get you from point A to point B? Or does this car speak to who you are? I want you to think about those 2 things before you move forward. Then I want you to think about, how long are you gonna keep this vehicle? And also, what is the total cost of ownership for this vehicle? Once you can answer all these questions, then you can really effectively look at what's the budget that you can spend for this vehicle. If you would like more information on car buying tips and strategies, I wrote a free guide. I put the link in the description below. It's called the 7 Insider Secrets That Dealers Don't Want You to Know About. Just open up that description, click the link, and it'll take you straight to that site. Again, it's absolutely free of charge. And if you want to watch more car buying secrets videos here on YouTube, click here.